All right, next we're going to talk about the sheath. This is what carries your knife, keeps it on your belt or on your pack, however you carry your knife. I'm starting off with honestly my least favorite sheath, which is the leather sheath that comes with the K-Bar United States Marine Corps fighting knife. Now, I have no problem with leather. What I do have a problem with is breaking my sheath 5 minutes after I unbox the knife. And that's exactly what happened with this knife. When I first put the knife into the sheath, the leather was so tight that I actually cut through the leather of the sheath. The blade went completely through that. If this had been on my belt at the time, I may have driven that blade into my leg. Very dangerous. I would not recommend a leather sheath for a really sharp hunting knife, purely for that reason. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous. If they're well treated,
It
they're
just
weather
did it.
resistant. Huh? And you see, my cameraman pointed out to me that it actually went through that time. And that's after using the sheath for a while. And it's still going through now. So I'm not going to bother sheathing this because I don't want to cut my fingers off. All right. Next we have our K-Bar Becker BK2. This comes with a Kydex sheath. It's pretty plain. The nice thing about this sheath though is that you can attach it to your belt or you can attach it to a MOLLE kit. Okay, if you've got a MOLLE set up on your belt, on your rig, on your pack, whatever, you can attach it there. The other nice thing about this particular sheath, first of all, it actually has a sharpening system built into it, so it sharpens the knife when you sheath it. Second of all, you hear that click? That's a solid click. That means that knife ain't going nowhere unless I put a lot of force to it. Next up is my personal favorite so far, the BK7. The reason I like the BK7 is it has the security of tough nylon. It's durable. It has a clip that just loops around the blade and snaps into place if I line it up right. And I didn't, but that's okay. It also has this handy flap that uses a Velcro or hook and loop closure system that you can slide things into the pouch or you can attach other things to it. It makes it pretty versatile. The only drawback to this is that it's not really set up for a MOLLE rig, but it does slide nicely onto your belt. Next is the Gerber LMF2. This is probably the most extravagant sheath because this sheath on its own can be used in a sling carry, a leg carry, loop to your belt, hook to a MOLLE kit, or whatever. Because of the MOLLE kit attachments, you could also attach other satchels to it. And once again, the knife clips into the sheath. Positive click, you know it's secure. It's not going anywhere unless you put a good deal of force to it. Last is the Fallkniven, the Swedish knife. This is a very basic sheath. It's Kydex. The blade slides into it. It secures into place a little bit, not as solid as the LMF2 or the BK2, but there is still some resistance when I go to pull it out. And it also has a loop that I can put around the blade, around the handle to hold it in place. This is a bare bone sheath. The only attachment is to your belt. There's no MOLLE attachments, nothing else to it.